Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the high-grade Dreadnought Gundam. Now for me, I first saw this Gundam in basically a animation called Gundam Evolve, in a 3D animation basically. And those who saw that knows that this is a very menacing mobile suit despite its color. So let's go on to the review right away. Now this is a pretty old kit, so it's kind of sticker heavy, so you get a bunch of stickers, but as you can see I did not use any of the white stickers. I only used the eyes and the camera. However, it still lacks some stickers. Yeah, despite the amount, you still lack. I will get into the details of what part is a sticker and what I used though. And here is another decal sheet. Now I mostly used all of them except for this one. Basically you have a choice for the shoulder. I went on with the Zap symbol. I did not use for this one because I wasn't really aware. I haven't seen the manga, the Astray series, so as far as I know, this is like some sort of a clan, a group symbol. So yeah. What else you get are these cables, which I will demonstrate later. You get a shield as well. You get a shield, and you get a beam rifle, which it's currently holding, and the Dragoon system. Very menacing looking weapon, and it is a menacing weapon. I will show these later. Now, first of all, let's get on to the review. Let's start with the articulations as usual. As I mentioned in my Gundam log, well, the head had some problems, but it's pretty easy to fix. Now for the head, the only stickers that I use, which are the only stickers that I actually used, was the eyes and the camera, which is fine. Also, once you start looking at the head, you might feel it has some similarities. Now, yeah, the Build Strike Gundam was not actually exactly based on the strike, but the head resembles the Dreadnought Gundam. It has the double Vulcans on the side. The horn looks similar. It really has a similar looking design. I don't have a Build Strike to compare it, but it looks very similar. Haha, got you guys there. Huh? Interesting. I also have like a self opinion on this mobile suit or this kit as well. So let's get on to the articulation. It can go down, it can go up, and then 360 is no problem at all. And also the V-fin, like, I'm not sure about the in modern Gundam V-fins, but this red piece is a separate piece, so just letting you guys know. Let's see, we saw the head now. Let's get on to the other parts. Now for the body, this white section here is supposed to be a sticker. I used a Gundam white marker. I might need to color it off multiple more times to make it look better. The shoulders, the white sections, those are supposed to be stickers. Once again, I colored them. This one is a decal. The arms. Now the arm, there's a peg on the for the body, so the arms are connected to a peg that's coming out from the body. So there's no shoulder movement that goes backwards or forwards like today's HGs. The arm is only your old style joints, so only 90 degrees bent. 360 is no problem at all, as you can see for now, because there's nothing on the backpack. But once you get to the backpack, the Dragoon system, it gets more difficult. Also the backpack, I do like the design of this, like this long thruster or booster thing that's coming out. There's no movement on any of these parts except for maybe the thrusters. You can move them a little bit, but that's pretty much it. Okay, we've seen the arm. The hands, you only get two hands, your typical multi-use hands, and the problem is once again, this is an old kit, so there's no separate trigger finger, so the beam rifle is pretty wobbly. The beam rifle is pretty simple. You have just snap two pieces together, you put the front piece, and there's this extra handle as well. Now, according to the manual, you can do it double holding, but I do not want to risk that as well. But technically it does reach, so I'm pretty sure there is a way. Okay, now we've seen the arms, we've seen the body. The upper body cannot go 360, and to be honest, it doesn't. I recommend you don't move it at all, because this weapon here on the side, they're connected to the back here, so it's technically holding the main body. If you take this out, of course you can move 360. But yeah, with these on, there's no much movement. It's a solid brick. Also, the main body is connected to a peg to the waist, so be careful not to break it. The waist armor, now as mentioned, these are connected to here, so even though the actual side skirts move, because of these it does not move properly, and the front skirt is on a single piece, and it's not really one of those pieces that you can actually separate, so I don't really recommend doing that. And it's your old style of joints, just a ball joint to the sides, no side swivels, but despite that it can go 90 degrees front, and these blue sections are all separate pieces, no need to worry on that aspect. Bend, single joint, so, and it doesn't even go 90 degrees, about let's say about 60 degrees. But considering the old age of this kit, which came out on, let's see, this kit came out on 2004, so yeah, it's kind of lacking some articulations, but here I have some opinion on this kit, so and it's a good one. So let's let you guys know, the feet are pretty typical, just connected to a ball joint. However, there's not much movement as well. You can move a little bit like this and that, but that's pretty much it. The feet itself does not have any moving parts. Okay, now we've seen all the basic articulations of the mobile suit or kit. Yeah. One thing to mention, the shoulder can move, or the arm can move that much outside, and then you have your basic 360 twist, those who are just wondering. Because I realized after making these reviews, a lot of people actually do care on some parts of the articulations, unlike me. Okay, now let's get to the accessories. Now, I want to show the shield off first because, as I mentioned at the first part, I mentioned that you don't get enough stickers. The main reason is that, as you can see, the ZAF symbol that we see on the shield, they have the outline on it, but there's no sticker for it. And even on the box or the pictures, images, if you see it, it's supposed to be yellow. And I colored it in metallic gold, and it turned out pretty well. However, they do not give you a single sticker for this, so that's kind of a interesting fact. So, yeah, you might need to prepare some color or paint or Gundam mark, whatever you have. And also, another part I should mention is on the chest piece. On the chest, now this one is not really that too visible, but on the chest, this piece is supposed to be metallic green. Basically, this is supposed to be a camera. You do not get another second, sticker like the one that you get on the head. So I colored it with a Gundam marker. It's not that visible, but yeah, it's better than nothing. Just letting you guys know. It's pretty interesting that they actually forgot or did not include any of the cameras or for this part. And now the shield, it's pretty simple. You have a separate piece here, and it has a peg, and there's another hole on the side of the arm, so you can attach the shield like that. And since it's on a peg, you can swivel it around if you want. Now, another thing I should mention about the shield, this is not only a shield, but also this is supposed to have a built-in beam saber, a really big beam saber, like the ones that you see in like Gundam X or DX version. Now, you have the hole here as well, but they do not give you a beam saber effect for this, which is really a shame, because if you've seen the Gundam Evolve, it looks very nice and really awesome. But sadly, we do not get that, so a bit down points on that. I'm going to take off the shield because it does hinder a lot of articulation, because the shield, if you see on the side, this is how it's connected. It's not straight because of it's a long shield and it hits the shoulder, so you get some hindrance of the movement. Another thing I should mention is that the leg or the side connection here is a little bit loose. It's not that loose, but it doesn't have that tight feeling in it, so it does feel a little bit loose a little bit. And so I'm not really used to that feeling, because most kids like God has a really tight joint. This is one of those first cases that it's a little bit loose. It's not that loose that it's going to do the splits by itself, so no need to worry on that aspect. Before I go to the main finale, I think I'll show you guys this one. I will only show one part of this as well. Now we have these. Anybody who's seen Gundam Evolve or knows this mobile suit, the main reason this is one of the main weapons that is kind of menacing. Now what you do is that I think I'll do with this arm. You take off this part entirely. Come on. Once again, this part is really secure, so no need to worry. And here's the side skirt. Yeah, the side skirt itself doesn't really move that much, so, and it can go that much to the side, if you were wondering. Now, what you can do is you take off these separate white pieces off, and then you attach it to the other end, like that. Now what these are is supposed to be, these are like also Dragoon system weapons, like basically in terms of universal sentry terms, these are supposed to be like Saikomu weapons, basically funnels. And what you can do is reattach, there's these two pegs, one on the side, one on the top. You just reattach it to the same hole that we just took it off. Oh boy. Yeah, putting them back on could be a little bit tricky, but once you do it, it does have a pretty nice menacing look. And why is this not working? There we go. You attach it in both sections, and there we go. We have another one weapon holding out. These are supposed to be also like semi-Dragoon systems. Basically, this is basically can fire beam weapons as well. Not in terms of like, I'm not sure if it's like this terms of beam sabers, but more like, you know, your beam rifle style or funnel style blasting weapon effects. Yeah, this is really one menacing weapon as well, because if you've seen the Evolve, they just suddenly just, you know, spread out and then attacks the enemy. And I do like the effect. This is they did a pretty good job on this one on the side. So letting you guys know, and I think I'll just take that out for now. Now for the main finale is the Dragoon system for its back. Now once you put this on, it becomes a little bit back heavy, but it's not too terrible. Now the way how you connect it is that also you see these silver pieces. Now those are supposed to be white stickers. I colored them in metallic silver because they look better with this color in my own opinion. And I use all the decals for this Dragoon system with X1, X2, X3, X4. And the way how you connect it is that you need to take off this part, the gray section of the backpack. Be careful not to break anything, and then you just reattach it. So let's see, I'm pretty sure it's this way, and then you just clip it in like that. It just clips in perfect, you know, shape, perfect fit, and then you just reattach it to the back. And there we go, and it has a very firm, tight connection, so you don't need to worry about like pieces falling off. And there we go, we have the backpack onto the mobile suit, and it looks very, very nice. In SD Gundam Online Capsule Fighter, they were in separate, you know, mobile suits. So there was one that didn't have the backpack, and there was one that had the backpack. The one that had the backpack was more menacing. Basically, I believe these Dragoon systems on the back, they have like multiple blasting areas. They have like about one of these areas have like the 10 firing areas on the side and on the front. So it has a lot of firepower considering its like type of weapon. The problem is they do not give you any wires or strings or any effects for these weapons. So these are all connected in a polycap hole and a typical joint, and you don't have anything to show the effects, which is a pretty, you know, it's kind of a shame, but considering the time it came out, it's kind of understandable. But yeah, this would have been a very, very nice Gundam, or I mean kit. Once again, it's a little bit back heavy, but it's not too terrible. Now we've seen everything now. This is a pretty rare kit because it's not too common and not many people actually know about this mobile suit. Now my own opinion is that this should not have came out on 2004. They should have waited and then actually made this out like recently, or like after the revived tech has been, you know, utilized, because it really lacks articulation compared to some other old school mobile suits. And also considering the type of weapon it uses, they did a very good job for the side parts, I will admit that. But the fact that they're lacking some stickers and no effect parts for the backpack Dragoon system and no beam saber effect for the shield, yeah, they should have waited a little bit more and then released it. And the price of this kit isn't that cheap. I mean, it's even yeah, it's almost the same price as the, I think almost the same price as the Stargazer Gundam. So yeah, and it uses a lot of stickers, which most pieces can be actually be used in a separate color piece. But yeah, I'm not saying this is a bad mobile suit, but I personally think this came out too fast. That's my opinion. But if you can find this kit, it's worth it. And because of this kit, I'm going to now hunt down for a Hyperion Gundam HG as well. Anyway, so thank you for watching my video. This was the review of the HG Dreadnought Gundam. If you have any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If you like my videos, please like my videos and subscribe to my channel. I still have more kits to buy and build, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.